Welcome back, everybody. It's time for Hot Topics, and we've got Gabe Saglier here. He's a senior editor over at TravelZoo.com, and I always joke with Gabe because when you come to the show, I feel like we put you in the customer service hot seat. Any travel-related questions, problems, they all come straight to you. And you're like, I am not making the policies. I just write about these things, right?
Yeah, and what do you have on tap today? We're going cruising?
All right, we're going cruising, and I know you and okay, I'm not a big fan of cruises necessarily.
Well, I'm very prone to seasickness. I mean, I'm a big fan of the cruise industry, some great opportunity, great value when it comes to cruising.
Right.
My wife loves to cruise. I tend to be a little prone to seasickness, so I pick my cruising itineraries carefully.
And I know you have some issues. I mean, honestly, you really just don't want to see any parts of that water. It's not a good thing
Well,
for
you know,
right?
the thing, what has scared me off are these. I love, whale watching excursions, but I get very prone. I mean, 15 minutes in, I'm out. So if we don't see a whale real quick, you're losing me as a spectator. But you know, these are again, when it comes to cruising, great values. There are some avid cruisers out there, and you're getting really some of the best pricing we've seen in many years. So it's worth considering a cruise. I mean, once you're on board, the meals are included, entertainment, and you're visiting ports of call that flying into what probably would be a lot more expensive.
Spots that you would more expensive.
Absolutely.
See, don't let my husband hear this because he loves cruises. I just don't. I want to go away from people. If I'm going on a vacation, I don't want to be stacked up on top of you on a boat, and I can't get off.
Well, on a plane, you can leave people you're not getting along with after 5 hours. On a cruise, you're going to be with them for a while.
Well, I have a couple of friends that were going on some cruises. One family in particular, very expensive cruise they were going on, and all of a sudden they got the word that the ship broke down. Can't go. And this is not
before they took off.
Before they took off, the ship broke down. They're trying to get their money refunded, and they spent a pretty penny on this. There's a lot of things the cruise lines will not tell you. One of them is that engine and weather problems are big, and they're rampant in that industry, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Well, you know, when you do a cruise, you've got to be flexible. In other words, yes, if you're out at sea, for example, you mentioned a storm, and there is a big hurricane coming, a ship could be the safest place for you to be, because these massive vessels will literally just change course. You will be in calm waters as the storm moves on by, but you will be visiting other ports of call. You're not going to be in Jamaica if that's where the storm is coming. They'll redirect you, and you just got to be willing to be flexible. When it comes to engine problems, read the fine print. Different cruise lines have different policies, and if a ship breaks down, their first order of business will try to compensate you, put you on another ship or an itinerary that matches what you originally paid for before they really go through the rigmarole of trying to give you back all your money.
Interesting. So you have to know that ahead of time. Also, the weather might mean missed stops. So you're planning on stopping in 4 or 5 locations, but it may only be 1 or 2.
And keep in mind that some of the best values, obviously, is in the midst of hurricane season. I mean, if you travel, summer through November, great pricing, but that's when it gets really active in the Caribbean.
And so great episode of Deadliest Catch. So.
So be prepared for you got to be flexible.
You do have to be flexible, literally. Also, the viruses running rampant I'm not trying to scare people, but they say because of the fact that you are so close to so many people, and the CDC only reports, I guess, ships that are in U.S. ports in terms of the numbers. But sickness, flu, all that kind of deal, really, really bad on a cruise.
Yeah, well, yes, you're absolutely right. Close quarters for 7, 15 nights. Somebody gets sick, that can spread very quickly. So yeah, just be vigilant, wash your hands. Just wash your hands.
You got to be safe. Okay. Last but not least, very quickly, you think everything's included, you got to think again, because the food, entertainment, certain things might be, but the spa services, a lot of extras.
Yeah, a lot of extras if you want internet access, a lot of the shore excursions. I mean, if you prepay a lot of this stuff before you even set sail, you could save some money on it. But yes, food, entertainment included, a lot of the other stuff like drinks. That'll add up, and you'll get the bill at the end of it.
And you and I will need a lot of drinks on that show. All right, we'll be right back. Thank you, Gabe.
You bet.